This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 161. I just want to say real quick, guys, that you are looking for love because you need it. We need to be loved. It's a human need. It's a need. But the problem is that most people don't love themselves. So how can you expect them to really, really love you? I'm pretty sure I said this in the last podcast, but I don't want to listen to it because then I'll delete it. I know if I listen to my content, I will get so embarrassed and I'll get so scared and vulnerable and just feel so uncomfortable and insecure that I'll delete it. So I can't listen. But I wanted to make sure you understood this. You need to learn to love yourself because that's the only way that you'll attract someone that loves themselves. We attract what we are. If you don't love yourself, you will always attract people that don't love themselves and in turn cannot love you in the way that you need to be loved. It's just not possible, boo. I'm sorry. I know it sucks because we don't want to change. We don't want to admit that we don't have our shit together. We don't want to admit that, we're going to have to do some work. We're going to have to change our thoughts and start being nice to ourselves and prioritizing ourselves and setting our boundaries and speaking up for ourselves. It's the only way out, boo. It's the only way out. You want to get to that life? You want to get to that dream body? You want to get to that dream career, those dream finances? You want to have your dream house, your dream car, your dream relationship, your perfect day? You want to meet the love of your life. You want to have a family. You want to have a career that you're so proud of and it's so fulfilling. And you want to live your life purpose and you want to feel good and you want to be happy. Well, it starts with you. It starts with you. You need to learn how to love and respect and honor yourself. And how do we do it? We start being nice to ourselves. We look in the mirror. We say, I love you. I love you. I love you. And we fucking mean it. And we say it until we mean it. And you might need to say it 500 times a goddamn day because you have 80,000 thoughts. And how many of those thoughts are loving, kind thoughts that are contributing to your future and your happiness? How many of those 80,000 are you saying I love you to yourself? Or are you just trying to love everyone else and somebody needs to hear this. Are you prioritizing everyone else, trying to make everyone else happy, trying to love everyone else so that they will love you, so that you will feel love? But it's never enough. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. Because if you don't love you, if you don't see your worth, if you don't treat yourself nicely, if you don't prioritize you, you ain't never gonna feel loved. I don't care who you meet. I don't care how much your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife love you or say they love you. If you don't love you, you won't feel loved. And their love will never be enough. And they probably, if you don't love you, they probably don't really love you either. They might think they do, but if they don't love themselves, if you don't love you and you're with somebody that doesn't love themselves. I'm just going to put it out there. That's the fact, boo. That's the fact. If you don't love you, if you don't see your worth, if you don't feel good enough, then you are most 99.99999%, no, fuck that, 100% of the time, you have attracted someone into your life that doesn't love themselves and doesn't feel good enough themselves. And so they can't love you the way you need to be loved because they don't love themselves. We are trying so hard to achieve the love that we need through other people. And it hit me recently. It really fucking hit me in the motherfucking face. It was like a ton of bricks, guys, that I was my whole life trying to make other people happy so that they would love me, so that I could feel loved, so that I could feel good enough, so I could feel worthy. And it's not working. Yeah. We're trying to please other people, but what about ourselves? We're trying to love everybody else, but what about ourselves? We're trying to make everybody in the motherfucking world happy, but what about ourselves? What about ourselves? They deserve love too. They need to be loved. It's a need. And you trying to get your needs met, your needs fulfilled from other people who cannot give you what only you can give you. I don't know what else to say, guys. That's what I'm dealing with. I'm on my journey to my dream life, which I don't have yet. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And I keep falling into the same traps of trying to get other people to love me. And it's not working because I didn't love me. So I just keep attracting the same type of people into my life. People that don't love themselves. And they can't give me the love that I need. And I can't give them the love that they need because I don't have it. And they don't have it. And most relationships are fucked. Over 50% of people that get married get divorced. Why? Because nobody's working on themselves. We're just trying to distract ourselves by getting into new relationships, by being on social media, by eating processed foods, by watching movies, watching Netflix, by distraction, sports, fucking music, distraction. Well, keep doing you, boo. But don't complain about the life you don't have because you didn't do the work that you needed to do to get it. And part of that work is loving yourself. And I know that's woo-woo and that sucks and that we don't need to do that. No, we just need to work out and eat healthy and learn more. And no, I tried that. Yeah, I know. I tried all that. I was a perfect raw vegan. I worked my ass off. I made a lot of money. I worked out. I lost weight. I still hated myself. I still felt ugly. I got my dream job. I quit my dream job. I moved to my dream condo. I live in the tropics now. I have a fruit company. I have all these amazing things. I'm working for myself. I'm running a fruit festival. I'm making money doing what I love. I have all these things and I'm still not happy. Why? We'll never be happy until we learn to love, honor, and accept ourselves exactly as we are. We're not perfect. We never will be, but we're still worthy and deserving of our own love. And if you didn't have parents to give you that love and show you that love and show you and prove to you that you can make mistakes and still be loved. You can say how you feel and still be loved. You can be a fucking fuck up and still be loved and still be lovable. If you didn't get that example as a kid, well, it's your lucky day, boo. Because guess what? You have the power to reparent yourself. Reparenting yourself is so crucial. Here's the first step. On a piece of paper, I want you to write down the things you needed to hear. The things that you need. Did you do this yet? Because I'm pretty sure I asked you to do this like 100 episodes ago. The things you needed to hear as a kid. I want you to write them down. And I want you to say them to yourself every day. If I can find mine real quick, I'm going to look for mine because I read mine and they're personal. But guess what? I'm getting really personal on my podcast. So why fucking not? Why not just continue to embarrass myself and tell the world all my fucking problems? It's not so easy, okay? Just so you guys know. It's not so easy. Here we go. Okay, wait. I have a lot of index cards and a lot of notes. And if you saw my desk, you would be horrified. But this is how I work, okay? And I'd like to be more organized, and I'm working on it. And I love and approve of myself 100%. And I know that being unorganized, honestly, is just a habit. And habits can be changed. And it's a way that I've been keeping myself safe. So that I understand. Like, I'm starting to understand life and how it works now. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. Oh, I know where my cards are. I bring them to the beach. I brought them to the beach. So they're in my beach bag. Yes, I do my affirmations and my vision cards at the beach. Yes. Okay. So I have all these things on a card, on an index card that I would love to hear. Okay. Now. But then I also have all of these things that I needed to hear from other people, from my parents, from my caretakers, from friends at school, that I needed to hear as a kid. And the second I find this, it will probably be too late. Hold on. I don't plan these podcast episodes, as you can see. It's pretty authentic. It's pretty obvious that I don't do that. And so, darn it, where is this card? It's going to find itself to me. Oh my God. Do I have to pause this podcast, guys? Are you still listening? Okay, fuck it. I can't find it right now. That doesn't make sense. They're definitely here. Hold on. Let me go back to my bag because maybe I missed one of the cards. So, come here often? How's the weather? How's the weather there? I found it. It was in my bag. And so, this is not easy for me to share these things, okay? It's not easy. But it's important because it might give you permission to share these things and start doing these things and start being authentic and start being vulnerable and start giving other people permission. So, when I was a kid, I needed to hear the following things in order to feel loved. We have needs, and we need our needs to be met. And if we don't meet them in healthy ways, then we'll find unhealthy ways to meet them. And that's going to include processed foods and alcohol and cigarettes and sex with people for money, or like sex with people that don't fucking deserve us and aren't good for us. Or that's going to be including things that are illegal, things that will put you in jail. Okay, there's so many unhealthy ways that we get our needs met because we don't know how to meet them ourselves. And so I needed to hear things like, Jeanette, you are safe. Jeanette, you are beautiful. Jeanette, I will take care of you. Jeanette, I will always be there for you. And I want, when you write this list, guys, I want you to put your name on it. I want you to put your name on it. And so you say your name over and over again. Jeanette, I will never abandon you. Jeanette, you are worthy. Jeanette, you deserve love. Jeanette, you deserve to feel safe. Jeanette, you deserve to be taken care of. Jeanette, I love you. I love you. I love you. Jeanette, I love you. That's nothing. I didn't hear that as a kid. I needed to hear that as a kid. Okay? And so, all the things that I'm looking at my list right now of the things I want to hear from like my dream partner, right? And it's like almost identical to the things I needed to hear as a kid. Jeanette, you are so beautiful. Jeanette, you are my dream girl. Some of these things are weird on here. We don't need to read all of these. But the point is, whatever you needed to hear as a kid, it's probably the same as mine. Jeanette, I love you. Jeanette, you're beautiful. Jeanette, you're smart. Jeanette, you are safe. Jeanette, you will always be safe. Jeanette, I will take care of you. I'll make sure you're safe. I'll make sure nobody hurts you. I'll make sure to always be there for you, no matter what. And I have manifested a few people in my life that say these things to me now. And I'm just like, whoa, that's incredible, because I've been saying these things to myself for a while now. And in the beginning, when you do these affirmations, when you look in your own eyes and you say these things, it's very uncomfortable. It's very weird. And you feel very stupid and lonely. And I just didn't like it at all when I started. And now I've manifested people that actually say those things to me, and they don't know that those things are on my list. And listen, I'm doing this because I have felt alone. And I needed, when I was a teenager, when I was in my 20s, I needed this podcast. I needed to know that there was nothing wrong with me. I wasn't bad or stupid. I wasn't the problem. I wasn't broken, okay? I wasn't to blame for how I felt. I wasn't, I was just doing the best that I could with the tools that I had. I was using food to numb myself from the pain, from the extreme fear and anxiety and pain of feeling worthless and feeling so alone and feeling like nobody cared about me and I didn't matter. So that's that. I hope that somebody's listening to this podcast that needs to hear this and will start saying to themselves, write it down and say it every day, because you need to do repetition. Nothing works unless you work, boo. You need to be consistent and say these things to yourself. I love you. You're safe. I'll take care of you. I'm here for you. I love you. It's so important. It's so important to give yourself the things you needed as a child. I love you. I thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, boo.